up in the morning, you hear the work bell ring, and I march you to the table. You see the same old thing. Ain't no food upon the table. There's no fork up in the pan. But you better not complain, boy. You get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me.
I pressed all the buttons right today.
Aloha!
Aloha! Welcome to eBay, or just reseller news. Not tomorrow, not today, not yesterday, but now. Thank you.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Mondays. Do y'all have a case of the Mondays today? Because we do, sort of. Not really. But we could. If you need us to, we can be there for you. We can have a case of the Mondays. But we don't. I did not get arrested this weekend.
Partially
Ouch.
because it's like an extension, a slight extension of the weekend.
Well, I gotta do this. I'm very shadowed. People can't see my baby blues. She was telling me that I look very, very Tom today. Very sexy Tom Selleck. And then the next she said, yeah, very Tommy boy. And I'm like, now you've probably, yes. Do we need to put up a poll? Do I look Tom or Tommy boy? That's the question.
Just a quick hello, aloha to Ladybug.
A ladybug is here.
She's not able to make it that often live because she
It's in real life somewhere.
She got a real, well, you know,
She's
a job
doing
other
life.
than eBay.
Yeah. We sit here playing patty cake and is selling stuff.
And
people have to
Josh-
go out there and keep the world going.
And Josh Galt was up at the top saying aloha, have a great day, everyone. Looks like he's doing cooking for Canadian Thanksgiving.
Cooking 40 children. No, cooking for 40 children. No, cooking 40 for 40 children. Oops. I just clicked the button. Congratulations to Canada, Ladybug, children, either indigenous peoples or salami. I mean, let's just celebrate everything today.
And Curious Collection, Cinnamon
salami.
and Will did a video.
They're safe. They made it.
Everything is good with them.
They did a little video today to tell you that they're okay. We just ruined it. Spoiler alert.
Paul Rose!
Paul
aloha!
Rose is here from England, the capital of England.
The Fit Picker. I'm not sure if I've
Fit
ever
Picker?
seen you in our chats before.
Fit Picker, come work me out.
Well, aloha. Thanks for being here.
Welcome. I am the opposite of you. I am the unfit picker, but I try. I do my best.
And then, of course,
I could do better.
Axe Monkey.
Thank you. Axe Monkey's here.
Bearded Picker was giving you a little shade.
Beard was throwing some shade. Well, I have to
Mike
say...
Seller, aloha, Silver Hair, Cornhusker.
Yeah, finish up.
Mike Gerdez.
JJKR, Buckeye State Flips.
And Pally Debs.
Holy macaroni. Everybody's here on a Monday. And I don't want to actually Beard did forward me this excellent video that we were watching before this, which kind of made it's a bit of a downer. So I'm not actually gonna I'll post it here because I think it's an important, it's super good video on Burlington, Vermont. There's a lot of things.
Where we live. Patricia!
Patricia's here too.
Nice!
Patricia. And,
love seeing you pop in, Patricia.
And this video, I'm just gonna put it here because
it's about what has happened to our beautiful city.
But just yuck is what's happening to our city, and it's been going on for a while. Why I want to post it is because for a little bit, you can see what our city's like. The second part of it is we don't go downtown to the downtown part of our city because of this. The person who puts on this video, I do not know this person. I do know a little bit about him, that he is, so everything has to have a context of political something. So I'm just saying that there's not a lot of that in here. There's a couple little blips where I'm like, that didn't need to be said. But at the same time, other things are said, which kind of, I think, neutralize.
Yeah, I don't think...
You see a broad spectrum of opinion.
I think he keeps it very neutral.
And this is the way we, and many of us, look at our town, and it is not great. But Burlington, Vermont, when you have a second, go take a look at this, because this, I just put up the link. He put it out 2 days ago. It's got 1 million views. Like the documentary or not, the people in the show are real Vermonters, business owners. And it's just want to a little grim.
I just have to add something that is extremely ironic about this.
Irony is my favorite.
This video is showing what has happened to the most populated, biggest city in Vermont, which is beautiful on Lake Champlain. And literally just recently, South Burlington,
became the
all
safest?
Connected.
We're connected by
the safest city in
nothing.
the U.S. We're connected by nothing. Literally, we're practically almost the same town. And they are the safest city in the United States, South Burlington.
Somebody said that.
Somebody said that.
I don't know.
In Burlington,
it was like a big somebody.
We're right here.
Still.
You can just reach over. Your
yard,
you people's yards
there
can
you
just
are.
be like, oh,
I just poked you in the nose.
Now in South Burlington.
I just poked South Burlington in the nose. I'm like, hey, South Burlington, poke. So anyway, this is our town. It is a beautiful place. That the Vermont, as they say, Burlington is nice and Vermont is only 10 minutes away. So the rest of Vermont is kind of safe and it's spreading a little bit. But anyway, let's watch this and then you can be...
And basket noodles, aloha. Cautiously optimistic. Nice to see you.
Cautiously.
And the fifth picker says, I'm not new, just generally a wallflower. You guys rock.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
that. And welcome to the show. And welcome off the wall.
Yeah, and we love it when people participate in chat because it often helps us with keeping
then we know
the
that
conversation
you're there.
going.
Yeah.
So thank you.
We're like, hey. And golf exchange.
Yes,
Look at all the people. Still alive, just got powered back on. So that's well, I mean, it's 5 days without power, right? 6 days without power. I'm going to take a bit to get back into the groove and put things back together. Got pretty lucky personally, but a lot of folks around are in tough spots. So sorry to hear that. I know a lot of people, you got to pick up the pieces. And I've heard I haven't heard personally from any, because I don't really know anybody personally down in Florida who's a reseller. But I watch YouTube, and I feel like I know everybody. And a few people have said that sales have been affected because you can't ship everything out, and that in fact affects sales. But I would say in general, I just like to jam it right in there and tell you that sales sucked for a second. And I wanted to say, I did a historygram of how it worked, and see if anybody else enjoyed the same misery where last weekend was such an insane overcompensation on sales that there was too many sales. And I did not get even the sales that had to go out on Saturday. I didn't finish packing until Tuesday, which technically doesn't put me in any different category, but one or two things did get a ding, what they didn't go out in time or whatever. But Wednesday happened and we had nothing to ship. And she came up to me and she was like, what a day. We have nothing to ship. And I went, thank goodness, because I need a second just to get a breath. And then guess what happened? I had 2 days to get a breath. And then I had like nothing on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday came on like gangbusters. And I'm like, I'm not going to get caught in the same position I did last week. So I'm going to package these all and ship them Saturday. So we shipped out like...
It feels really good to do that, actually.
It did. Ship out 10 things on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, crickets. Hold on, I got to get to my crickets. Saturday and Sunday, totally crickets. So this morning... Well, this morning's a holiday, so I don't have to ship out anything. But there's 4 things to ship out. If we were going to ship things, there would be 4 things to ship out today. And that is about 26 items light at minimum.
Major win.
Whoops. What is going on here? I see green. Because I'm crazy.
Thanks. But Major win, Aloha, Duggan Road. They have a lot going on with the day job, so we'll be spotty. Don't be sorry.
No.
We understand. And
just
watch
quit
later.
the day job so you can watch all the time. Thank you.
Big Boffo, Don Flippin.
Everybody, come to the Big Monday party. B-Nudes is in Western New York. New York is a very unique state, too. It is. It's less crumpulent, though. Our state is Burlington, specifically, very crapulent right now.
I mean, it's still beautiful,
It's
the
cool.
scenery and everything.
Hey, we look over to Western... No, you're in Western New York, right? I keep forgetting how directions go. But I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I am used to looking west over water to see the sun set. And our beautiful Lake Champlain, right, that way, yeah, right. That way is right there. So the sun sets, but I look and I see eastern New York, not western. I can't see as far as Basket Needle. It's too far. It's like 8 hours.
Josh was saying I was looking through a bunch of Rock Point views. Looks beautiful.
Rock Point, you mean like in Burlington? Rock Point
Major
School?
win, what the heckly doodah?
When you say Rock Point,
what, Josh?
What's happening?
Seriously, what's happening right now?
Did you guys just break a brain? What happened?
You guys,
what's going on? Holy cow!
Josh says happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Major win comes in. Hold on, let me just stage this. Major win comes in. Appreciate y'all. Y'all deserve the success. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Watch, here it comes. John comes in. He's like, hello, friends. Hope everybody's fine. Feeling good about that, too. And then, boom, pow, pink. Canadian, but pink. Right on top of that, Josh comes in. Happy Thanksgiving. Got it run. Enjoy your day, James and Bridget. Thank you so much. Everybody. Dendicor, Major Win, Joshka, Patricia.
That is super sweet. And then Mike Seller
Paul
just
Rose,
did his...
Mike Seller.
Did his...
just upped his membership. And I think
Thank
that's really
you.
sweet, considering that we didn't
put
membership.
anything out this past week.
Look! I gotta say, I'm gonna put out an excuse for us. We are so freaking busy that I can't even keep my brain together, and not in a bad way. See, I feel like him. He's like
he's
kind
gonna
of
finish off this
gurgly and gruely, and I have like a bandwidth issue where. No matter if I work 24/7, yes, I could get it all done, I'm sure. But there's just a matter of, for instance, let me explain it this way. Beard sent me a comment on Saturday or Sunday morning. I didn't see it till today because I just can't get everywhere and do.
Oh shit!
Why did you hurt him?
I'm so sorry. I just pinched his tongue.
Why would you do that?
I'm so sorry.
Why are you abusing our dog? Somebody please call the doggy patrol unit.
I was tearing his tongue like I tear his treats. I'm so sorry.
It's okay if you eat her face off. Sometimes I'm like, you're a tiny little monkey. You should go eat mommy's face off like a, bad monkey. He hasn't yet.
That just
Anyway,
that would be perfect timing.
What's my point? What was my point? Now I lost track.
Oh,
'cause he
just
tried
how
to
you
rip his
get
tongue off.
yeah, now he's all like, I hate you. How you get like sidetracked.
Oh
or,
gosh.
No.
So the point is, I have a hard
know.
time even answering questions. So if I have like that's why I'm really bad at getting back to people. She usually does it because
don't put it it on me.
No, you do it. Meaning,
Well,
somebody
if
puts a
I-
comment out there, you respond to it quickly.
Oh, like on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube.
But I don't have access to like your Instagram and stuff. Every so often, I will go to it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if I get derailed by a question, it takes X number of years to re-rail. For me personally, I can't
You're in the wrong business.
I know.
then.
So I can do everything jump around, but then if I have to actually think about something and get something thought
Thank you.
and give it my actual attention, it takes me
Silver
a
hair,
very,
what's going on
very
right
hard.
now?
What is going on? Are
Thank
people
you,
going
everyone.
crazy?
You guys, this is crazy. I mean, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Pokey ate all his snacks. Silver hair we need to get a tongue surgeon back over here because Bridget Spam, whatever your name
Sorry.
is, ripped off the dog's tongue thinking it was a treat. Did you not notice the moistness and the warmth moistness of his tongue as opposed to the...
No, I didn't. Well, it's whatever.
Is it still attached?
But Patricia sold 5 clocks.
Over the weekend?
Yeah, she said on.
Holy crap. Thank you guys, Silver Hair, Mike Seller, and Josh, and
it was over the
Major
top, but
Win
not complaining. Just
group of Doug and Rowe.
really,
You guys are too kind,
the generosity
Too
is
kind.
amazing. Thank you.
and we will not forget it when we are 1 million
No,
subscribers.
now that means you have to do a whatchamacallit for
members?
sure. Yeah.
Man, you know how to guilt me into doing
But
that.
anyhow, so yeah,
We do need to do member
She
chats.
sold the 5 clocks over the weekend.
And we do need to talk
they
about-
require a ton of packaging.
Yes. Well, Major Win also. Let's finish with Patricia. I want to see where she says it. What's she saying? I sold 5 clocks over the weekend. It was over the top, but not complete. I just had to reread what you said. Just packing. And Patricia has the best packaging technique with the pool noodles because her clocks are like a Sputnik or sunburst clocks, I guess. So lots of little easily broken
And Ryan.
things sticking off the ends of it.
Ryan, he
And she
gifted a
uses
membership.
what? Are you serious?
Thank you, Ryan.
I cannot get a word in edgewise of all
And
these
sorry,
giftings.
And Ryan,
Thank you
our
so
last
much.
show at the very end,
Also did.
we had noticed when we were leaving that you had gifted a membership. Oh, and John upped his membership. But thank you, Ryan,
Jeez,
because we
guys.
noticed the last show you did it at the end, and I don't know if you saw. I tried to get a message in at the last second after we stopped the video.
I don't really
thank
feel
you.
that great though, but John just said we're great. Don't be surprised. I don't think I'm great. I definitely think my shirt, I got a lot going. The shirt makes me feel kind of good. And then the hats, I mean, you can't deny the hats. But other than that, I guess just medium. We just try to be medium.
Callie does.
You guys. Now this is getting embarrassing. Holy cow.
is.
Okay, thank you
It's
so
it's the Tom
much.
Selleck look.
Is it Tom Selleck or Tommy Boy?
Callie does. That's so generous. Everyone.
Amazon seller daddy dad. Aloha. I'm very shiny today. Which hold on, I gotta go like all these things. You
okay.
can't- did you
I
like
just
them?
wanted to quickly say
Did you
that
like all the things?
I'm trying to. Yes.
Oh my gosh. you
Axe
guys are
Monkey
just
said, Primo,
absolutely awesome.
I'm teaching a reseller class at the local college this weekend. How awesome is that?
Do you see all the color at the top?
I know.
Look at all the color.
It looks so
It's
pretty.
like a rainbow.
Is it cool if I put you on the list of popular YouTubers to check out?
Please.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Check us
popular we
out.
are, but
Check us out. Tap it in.
so
Yeah,
anyhow,
please
what I'm
do.
trying to get to, because you're not able to finish
Make
it,
us popular.
is that he
What did I do?
he heard about Bearded's comment, that message that he left you on Instagram, because we were
On
watching
Silver
Silver
Hairs.
Hair Stackers, and Beard was like, yeah, Primo's ghosting me. I messaged him.
But the
And
point,
then
the
he
point
was
is,
like, "Oh no, I
have
gotta
it.
go look." And then
So I apologize to anybody I don't get back to quickly because I get so sidetracked sometimes, and that's also why a lot of
Sizzler.
you don't see me comment in your chats because I'm doing something, and if I take the time, literally, my brain is so ADHD riddled that if I take my finger, if I'm doing something, and I stop it and go to do something else that uses the same movements, like typing or like typing a comment, I have to think, and then I can never get back to the thing I just did. So anyway, I try hard, but that's the best I can do. Thank you. You may. You guys are going to Sizzler.
Were you presenting me your shoulder?
I was, but you failed. You failed me.
I just got a like side view of it.
We oh man, do we need to go to Sizzler? If they could just Tesla helicopter in a storage container outfitted like a Sizzler, like I would like to be in charge of that. And I'm going to talk to Sizzler corporate, see if I can make a portable Tesla helicopter Sizzler that I can fly into places that are Sizzlerless.
And just John Beard and Josh Beard already replied.
What a show!
Axe Monkey, she wants to also have you guys on her list too of eBay reseller YouTube shows.
I give full permission for that. And by the way, talk about a great show. Major Win Ladybug is here, gifting us for the appearance of Ladybug. We take full credit.
Major Win.
Thank you so much. And go check out PPP podcast from this last weekend. I won't even attempt to say it, just to give you my full respect. I won't even attempt it, but it is called PPP. That's how you.
Even Josh at the end was like, "Our profit, whatever."
So PPP podcast. They interviewed this guy, Commonwealth Flipper, and then the guy talks in a live setting. He has more than 2 words to say. Imagine that. Because I watch his other podcast, and it's like the other guys just carry the show while he's just sitting there with his headphones on. But he got on to theirs, and he just went off. And he had giant hands, and he brought everything with him, and it was a great show. I suggest you all go watch Kevin with the boys, with the 3 Ps in a pod over at the PPP. Thank you.
Yeah, the Profit Playbook podcast. For some reason, that just seems like a Seinfeld thing.
Is it the Profit Playbook podcast?
Yeah, well, it is. Sort of, right.
Technically. Anyway, all seriousness, great show. Great show, guys. And not to mention, I think I will mention, not to mention, that I heard the next week is going to be somebody else that's like super interesting. And I don't know how I know about the next show. They didn't tell me personally. I just heard it gleaned off the internet. Then the next week is another. So the next 2 weeks, I don't think I want to give it away in case I'm actually right, in case they don't want that information out there. But the first one is
say it on
mystery guy, and then the second guy is maybe Jane or something like that. I mean, super cool guys. I really hope it is. I really hope it's those 2 people. I think it is. The one person I don't know who it is, but worked at an interesting place. And then the second person is a person we all know. I can't wait to see either one of those. Thank you very much.
Wait, did Beard mention it on Silverhair's show?
He did.
Yeah.
I'm just not positive. I don't know if he's supposed to give away that information, so I didn't want to just say it in case maybe. It seemed like it was kind of a buried piece of information, an Easter egg, if you will. And I did dig up that egg, but I didn't know if everyone was supposed to. So.
And Basket Noodle, did we say hi to you? Aloha, if we didn't.
He's in Western New York.
Right. Sorry. He was saying one of the best podcasts I've seen regarding selling, and he said he gave up trying to watch the Trash to Cast. It's just a waste of time. I do get a Carrie though makes me laugh. I like Carrie for sure.
American Arbitrage.
On Trash to Cash.
Yeah, we arbitrage.
Major Win, you're so...
You are so bluey today. Thank you, my sweet Major Win duo of Doug and Rowe. Okay, now I gotta go. I am liking...
The next guest never worked at Sizzler.
We've all worked at Sizzler at some point. I would actually like to know... I would like to know somebody who worked at Sizzler. It's my favorite. It just reminds me of the good old days.
When we went to the one in Florida, our waitress had been there ever since it had opened, right?
We did a video.
It was the last Sizzler in Florida.
And I remember growing up in the Bay Area that we had Sizzler, and Sizzler was like your everyday salad bar place. But we had this other place that might have been a little, I don't think it was necessarily older. It was called Black Angus. And it was like you drive your Porsche up to the Port Cochere, but it was a Sizzler. But it was called Black Angus.
Dendicor, okay, good luck with moving your storage unit stuff. And wait, Ro's not feeling well? Is that we miss you, 10 Ladybug?
Oh, get well soon, Ro. Oh, no, Ro.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm really sorry. Somehow I missed that comment. I hope you feel better, Ro.
Yes,
I
me
know
too.
you guys work so hard.
Okay, so no, they did say that they're not secret things. So if I understood it correctly, this next Saturday they're going to have a former eBay employee. Am I right? Am I right there? Yeah. Thumbs up. And then the following week, did I understand that James is
It
gonna
is
be
I.
on? Is it? Is that true?
It is I, James.
Because that is also going to be great if I understood those things correctly. So, and if it's not those two people, then oh well.
Then
Still watch it.
Beard said you could tell the world on Todd's channel.
I think that's.
All-
I think that was right.
All 6 people know now.
But I mean, can you imagine? I want to hear so much, and I very much like the way you conducted it. Stuart Anderson's Black Angus. We used to say it without the G as kids. Black anus. Yes, of course we used to say that.
Hey, where the heck is Lag?
Where is Lag?
Where?
But if you remember,
is
if you were in a place
Lag?
where Stuart Anderson's Black Angus was, the buildings were like you would call them
Aloha, Duggan.
like sort of Lag is being interviewed.
Wait, is he really? What
you
are
know by
talking
who?
about?
Who's interviewing him,
The
right?
Texas Bandit.
The G wasn't silent. I'm trying to say something. The buildings were very
good luck with
austere,
packaging, Patricia.
and they were called. Back to your miter box and pool noodles. Yes, have a good luck with those. I'm trying to think of the word I'm thinking of. It's a mid-century term, and it's for brutalist. They were brutalist buildings, so they were like big cement boxes, but they had a stylized horns on the front.
Oh, wait.
And anyway.
Oh, wait, James.
Courtney and
James,
Pee Wee
James,
Show.
what?
It is I, James. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
So, okay, I was unaware of this. There's now Courtney and Pee Wee Show channel. I'm over here listening.
Are you surprised by it?
No.
The
of
man
course
with
you should.
with the most channels of anybody on the
James,
planet.
you also need to do a channel of just you and your puppets.
That was like,
'Cause-
oh, sweetheart, that was so like a year ago. Come on,
Oh, did
6
he
months
already
ago.
do that?
Yeah, that was Penelope channel or something. I forget. what it was.
Oh, okay.
That was
sorry.
like her first. That was his first deviation channel. Back when we were just like, he was like, I'm gonna do something crazy, and he did like the puppet. Who are all you new people that
Dolly
I
does
do not?
whatever. Yes, okay.
Oh, that's the one. Dolly does
I
whatever.
can't keep track, James.
It
There's
is
so
I,
many.
James.
I need to like have a list on my phone of all of your
Dolly.
channels.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's just another brand new subscriber. Thank you.
Paul was saying spam. I was just about to say where is like getting a new wardrobe for his Primo debut, perhaps.
Oh my
We
goodness.
haven't had any guest on
We
in
haven't.
so long.
You make us feel like we should have guests.
I know. I had totally am like we're missing out on.
We've had the two guests. So there's two other people I can think of right off the bat. So we had Hayfroze on a whole bunch of times, and then we had Josh on. We had Major
Yeah.
Win first, and then we had Josh
Yeah.
on, and then we like kind of just broke it. We were like, oh, that was perfect. We'll just break the mold, never to go back. But I think it's time that we should start having some people that actually have, something to offer other
They
than
can
just
actually talk
our-
about eBay.
Yeah, just other than just babble. I mean, I think we do a good babble. I think we are personally
you
responsible for putting a couple pieces of tape on a couple boxes, helping motivate the tape to the box. I think we do that.
I guess I don't know.
Oh wow!
something
I can
eBay
actually
funny.
hear that. I can hear the thing. We had to leave on our. We have two very important things happening right now. We're not completely infested with mice, but we still have a couple little mice in our house, and I think a chipmunk came in. According to our poop investigation, a chipmunk entered the home.
It was poop we've never seen before.
And we looked it up on the Google with the Google lens, and it to scatid.com.
Oh,
TM, by the way.
Den Decor says, I jump on to talk brick and mortars. I have you guys on as I'm working. Yay! Curious Collection is member.
Jeff Guthrie!
Thank you.
Welcome. I do like bricks and mortar. I mean, I do like bricks and mortar conversation. I do think at our particular point in history, we don't know anybody with a bricks and mortar right now. And if you go watch that video that I put up that shows the state of our current town, we have 3 or 4 towns around us that all have thriving retail stuff, but our town used to be the center and now just currently isn't. So anyway, in our particular place right now, it's not right to do bricks and mortar, so we don't know anybody in that bricks and mortar field. Now, out there, if we were to know somebody in bricks and mortar and have them on to interview them, we'd probably start with Den Decor Depot. Because who else has a bricks and mortar in this record crate? He's got 4. Count them. So
wait, basket noodle, why is peppermint oil not an option? Is it?
How do you know that? And because of her...
Huh?
In her GERD.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's asking. The only thing that's come into my life about
mice,
mint and peppermint oil is her GERD.
When did we talk about my GERD? Except
we didn't.
now.
But Basket Noodle knows everything. I don't know how the heck he knows. I just assume he knows. The doctor said that she can't have chocolate or mint, and her favorite candy is peppermint patty. And I was sure that Basket Noodle was checking our receipts and then noticed the decline in the peppermint patty consumption.
Oh, Biff,
and therefore
that is the video we're talking
that
about.
conclusion about the peppermint oil. And then I drew that conclusion from his conclusion, and we're all concussed in the center. Thank you. 1,000 points of light.
I don't see why. I mean, as long as it's not harmful.
Yeah,
to
basket.
Pokey.
That would be fine.
But Biff, yes, that is the video. Bearded had messaged Primo about it. And we just started watching it before we came on, and we still have like 30 minutes left.
We have 30 minutes left, and I'm telling you, the first hour is not trashing it. It's
not
pretty accurate.
Trashing.
Very accurate.
It's sad but true. It's so depressing and disappointing what's going on in our town.
And it's not a point. It's from the business owner point of view, but you just know. Everybody knows. We all know.
Just a week ago, a person was chased down our recreational path that tourists go on with a machete. Somebody was...
I think he was just doing a reenactment of that movie.
A person was riding their bike.
And it's Halloween.
And these two...
So, I carry my machete around when I go
these
everywhere.
Two...
Machete.
Bad people. One came behind the person on the bike and hollered down to his criminal friend that was hiding in the bushes to let them know that a biker was on the way. Guy jumps out with a machete and says to the biker, "Drop your bag." Guy on the bike thankfully got away, didn't drop his bag and swerved around the other person, got away, and just rode his bike screaming at people, "Don't go that way, there's someone with a machete."
Now I'll say it's not an important thing, but I think it's pretty. I think the reason why I would mention it at all is because I would like to share my hometown. Currently, I think this is the most. This is what our town is like. I would not let any of my house guests go downtown on their own or at all at night.
I would never go downtown at night now.
It's not, and it's only been a couple years since it turned that way. So
you guys, there was, and this is the last thing I'll say about it. There is our police department has cameras on our main street, and they released footage because they were trying to identify some stuff.
Don't talk about our new gangs that we have now.
There's gangs here.
17-year-old children all have 22 guns, and they're all underage.
And there's footage of them in an alleyway chasing someone.
But
and
whatever.
Every single one of these teenagers, I think they were, pulled a gun out of a pocket or their sweatshirt, and we were like, That's happening in our town.
So anyway,
Anyhow, sorry.
bottom line is you go and you watch that.
Hey yo!
You go watch the video. And here I'm going to post it again. Just
I
so
wish
you can
that was
see.
true, Ayo.
And I promise you that and just put on your political not very much there to be heard, but just put on your earmuffs when it comes to that, because ultimately they're interviewing people on all sides of any issue and it's all bad. So
I don't think that the interviewer
did not
makes his political beliefs known at
but
all.
people might know him already for that, which I didn't, so I don't know the guy.
I don't. It was a video that was suggested to us by.
But when people, especially from certain sources, when someone's suggesting something, I go on and look at, do they have a heavy political context to their videos, and he has a lean, but I would not say that it was notable in this, because what he's saying, I and she and we all know to be true. So that's all. Now we will stop talking about it. Thank you very much. And back to what an awesome community
eBay.
of supporters of superheroes and righteousness in this chat today. Jeez, how did we deserve a Monday like this? Like, I'd like to ask. I
know that's really nice, actually.
The viral story of a video of a kid being randomly. I love those videos. The random punching video. While dancing in the street corner happened in the next town over. I know people who know. Yeah, I mean, I know it's happening everywhere, but I don't want to focus
Did
on
all that crap go on when there wasn't social media? It probably was. We just weren't exposed to it.
No, I don't think so. Social media is like the bane of our existence, because people want their moment. Everybody wants their little tiny moment. Look at us. Look at we fools. Is that proper English? Look at we fools sitting here in our Burlington, Vermont. Now we're sitting in a very, what I consider a pretty safe little place here.
Yeah, and Beard was saying that the Peter rarely mentions politics in the video. His purpose is just to show what he sees in interviewing regular folks.
And in that case, I think he did a really good job. I think he did.
We haven't finished it, but so far I was like, okay,
unless he does something really dopey at the end, so far. And he's. So if you watch that video, we know the owner of the Pier 1. It's called Homeport. That's Pier 1 Imports. That's a center of love in this town. Like, so he's got everybody. Anyway, can you talk about something else? See, I told you, once I get side railed, now how do I get back on task? What was our task?
But yeah,
mice. You have GERD, mice, peppermint oil.
Louise. So we're not gonna have the bingo anymore. That's poop, death, and.
We're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to say poop.
You're not supposed to. We're getting in trouble from YouTube.
YouTube is demonetizing
First
us
of all,
because
I had to fight all these battles against us being somehow political. I don't even know how they got that. But our tag words were coming up weird. And then they were like, you're talking about too much bodily fluid. Yeah. And I'm like, what is that?
POOP?
Yeah. We all got to do it.
The AI.
Everybody poops sometimes. Yes, Beard, that's our guy. Crazy story. In that very store, when I moved to this town in 1993, and that store was there. It was Pier 1 Imports at the time. And
GERD is
like sort of in the gastro.
It's a heart acid reflux is what.
Acid reflux.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And the guy's son, so the old man was running the store, and down in the basement to show off some of their like desk stuff, they had like a storage organizer place on the bottom floor. They used an Atari 1200 XL computer as, a fake keyboard. Back in that day, it was very typical for a retail store to have like cardboard fake TVs or keyboards or something, just to sort of, show off their desk products, and they'd have all these fake things. Well, he used his old Atari. So for years I would go in there and be like, can I buy that Atari? Can I buy that Atari? And then finally the kid whose Atari it was, became the manager, and then he sold it to me for $25, and I still have it today.
So we gotta go. We're gonna go check. We have not been there in years.
We're gonna go down there, and we're probably gonna get murdered because it's a horrible place.
Stop
but
it.
we're gonna go down there and give them some. We're gonna give them some love on purpose because that show that we watched.
We used to
wanted
go
to
to
go
that
do
store because it was just has this
great
really
store.
cozy, fun feeling to it. We would go and hang out.
And-
You would go and sit on their huge stack of area rugs.
Yeah, like their carpets.
Yeah,
and go
we would
hang
just
out.
hang out there and like sit in their, swinging chairs that are for sale upstairs.
And then it makes me feel like these guys have been doing store. What do? We're stores, but we don't have we can get scammed. 1 out of 1,000 things is a scam on eBay. Imagine when you run your own store and every single person, you're like eyeballing them for a, if they put something.
I
in their
had
bag
tug
or
of
something.
wars with stolen credit cards with thieves. Like, nope, I know your card's stolen. Nope.
Didn't one of them call you a name and then punch you in the face?
I had somebody punch me in the face because they stole shoes, and yeah, I cried.
Yeah,
But I cried
she
out
got
of
over
shock.
it, though.
It did not hurt me one bit, but
It hurt your
it
pride.
was shocking to me. And she stood in the hallway and she's like, meh. What is?
Did we ever find that person? Should we go
She
track her
was
down? What's her name?
She was arrested, and the cop was like, yeah, she's gonna be trespassed, but she's on something. This was many years ago before we had all the
When they had the good
problems.
stuff. Back when they had the good stuff. These people don't look like they're having fun anymore, I gotta say.
Ayo's like, yeah, my last apartment, the mice knew me by name.
Wait,
Yeah,
Basket saying, sometimes he says some interesting stuff here.
yeah.
That discussion took place because I talked to my ex last week, and we were talking about some recent university studies that will be released next year. I wonder what were we saying? Which thing was that?
Oh, go.
She's the politician. I do remember that.
See his last.
Mint and chalk. No,
Well, no.
right here. And I don't know everything, but I've never stopped learning every single day since I was 14. Nope. So we're gonna have to guess.
I can tell you've never stopped learning, Basket.
That the,
you are so full of information.
Yeah, what's he going to talk about? Because we are wondering about, the G word. Oh, I see. Well, yeah. Actually, I don't want to talk about that either because it's just so crappy. I know what's happening. I'm watching it happen.
What was the last current game? Yeah, I don't want to talk about
We're not
that
going
either.
to. Yeah, he didn't.
What was the last game console you owned? I stopped.
Gang console?
Stop! Did
What's the
I
last
not say
gang
that?
console?
Did I?
you know. What's the last one? I don't know.
Oh wait, what
That I
is
owned
Ladybug
and
Sailing?
stopped, and I stopped after 26.
all
So we have every console here, right, within 15 feet of me. I got every one except for I do not have. Is there a newer Xbox than the Xbox One SX Black something? And then I do not have a PlayStation 3, 4, or 5. I just stopped at PS2. My friend had a Sony. I played the one game. I need to play like a Katamari. It's like weird Japanese games or something. But otherwise, PS never did it for me. So I would say I play the two games I play are, and I never play them for like 3 years. Call of Duty and the one where you kill everybody with you drive around the car. So, I used to like to blow off a little steam. It's like, Nazis or bad guys. But I haven't found any joy. There's no joy in gaming lately.
Ryan was saying when he was at Walgreens, he would have elderly people come in to buy gift cards to pay off the IRS. And Paul's like, it's amazing how people fall for that. Some great scammers out there. And it's always elderly people. Dendecor was saying, first week we were open, someone stole a Hot Wheels car and left the package on the floor. I was ready to close right up. Right,
I know.
Right back up.
It's so disheartening.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you? And I remember, look, I was a kid. And I can remember, I've got, excuse me. I think I've told the story before, but that car right there, I can't reach it. I wish I had my claw. Where's my claw? If I get up, my whole body will fall off. This is like a load-bearing desk right now. You know in Signs when the poor lady, when the wife was like squished against a tree and she could still talk, but as soon as they backed up the tree and then all guts fell out? That's how I feel right now. Like the desk is holding my guts in. But the if I could get up there, I would show you.
Right. He was, yeah.
Because he crashed.
His wife, yeah.
Spoiler alert. So the car is a 944S Porsche, 944S. And I was 6 years old or 5 years old, and I went to the store, and I stole it. I just stole it. I was with an older kid, whatever. I stole it. I took it home. I was hot. Everything was hot. I was so hot. Couldn't handle it. I was like experiencing all these emotions for the first time of like, I got away with it, but I'm hot, but I shouldn't do it. And then my guilt just started hitting me. And I went up to my grandma and I tried to explain to her. She didn't understand. So I wait for my mom to come home. And I said that I can't handle this. I can't handle it. She took me back to the store.
Aww.
I went back to the person who sold it to me. I said, I'm so sorry. I can't. I did, and I can't. And he's like, keep it. Cool. Good enough. You paid.
They're like, oh, so this is how you do
Crime
it?
pays. So now I am like an ultra criminal empire. But, lessons. Am I right?
Ladybug was saying when I worked in retail, I used to get so mad when I found a box ripped open.
Well,
now I work for lawyers. I should have stayed in retail.
You know who's the thief? But in the
that's
law,
her new job, working for lawyers.
World. I like law. I was always going to be a lawyer, except that you had to work. I didn't want to do that. Paul says I used to have a Vectress like the one behind you, Primo. I used to mainly play Scramble. It's not Mindstorm is like the built-in one, but yes, I loved Scramble. Was one of my favorite games, and I do have somewhere I have a multi-game for it, which has like 130. You can play them all, but you don't have the colors because that's like a plastic screen that goes on the front of it.
Wait, Bassy Noodle got to run a Lotus Esprit at Watkins Glen. Car was just insane.
You got to drive it? Oh, that would be fun. I mean, sometimes they have those events where you go drive fun cars. I've never done that. Biff worked for a personal injury attorney.
They have since hit it big.
There's a joke in there too. They hit something.
Working in retail though, some people would get a rush out of like stopping shoplifters and stuff, but it caused me so much anxiety.
Well, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But like our guy who owns the store for 40 years and has 5 generations of kids, working it. He said now he does grab their bags. He won't touch a person, and they watch everybody like hawks now. So if he knows that somebody's put it in their bag, they'll grab the bag and not let go. But he won't touch the people, and he has been kind guy. I mean, if you watch the stupid thing, but you'll just see a guy who really wants to make a business work and make the place nice, and the people are just make it hide for him.
Yeah, and 5 generations have been raised on this one business, so.
And because it's a family business, they could beat the shit out of the person if they wanted to, the shoplifter. But he doesn't. I mean, he's actually.
And I've got to say,
like, still saying, I don't want anyone to be unhappy.
The business owners so far that he has interviewed in the video, they still have compassion for the people that are causing all of this, misery for them, because the people that are causing it are on meth, and shooting up in front of. I mean,
they are humans. Some of the people he knows, when they weren't that way. But about the stapler.
The stapler would be stapler. B News was saying I was racing a 2,200-pound Fiat.
He was racing a Fiat, and he raced the Esprit, the Lotus Esprit. You like that because you like the clothes.
Esprit, yeah.
And I've driven. I drove the. I'm trying to think of race cars that I've driven. Nothing awesome. 74 Pantera. I've driven a Pantera when I was like 8, and I also drove the 1975 Corvette pace car. You know, the one that it's silver, and then it has like the black bottom with the red stripe. It's a Stingray pace car. I think it's 75 or 76. I've driven that because my mom's friends who were race car drivers had those 2 cars, and I got to drive them. And then just to bring everybody down, he was a fireman and liked to jump out of planes, and his parachute didn't open. Oh.
Check that.
It was the
Off
70s.
bingo.
It's been a long time. Mostly I've gotten over it, but still.
Paul Rose.
UK was her name, and she was kind of a fashion model.
Paul Rose, are you getting close to
Being done?
able to be back on eBay? Because I know the move has been taking up so much time. And
Ladybug
stuff.
chased a girl who stole 37 DVD box sets. How did she even? You mean she just ran out with a whole handful of box sets?
Yeah.
What she do, like carefully slip them into different parts of her outfit. Screaming for
just don't
security. I
care.
caught her and told her I would follow her to the car. She dropped the bag. Oh, she had a bag. The pros, you know, they don't like. See, I would have taken days and days to outfit like a jumpsuit and with like little pockets so I could put 37.
Like the people in New York City are like, hey, watches, they got
Yes,
a million of them.
exactly like the guys in New York City.
They're trench coats.
I would have done that. I'm not a good burglarizer.
You did get one of those fake watches from someone in New York City. And then we saw it was a cartoon. And then the cop saw the guy and started chasing him. And they were running in circles. And we were like, this is hilarious.
Keystone Cop.
It was like a real life cartoon.
And it, you know, the watch worked for a couple days.
Okay. Nowhere near. Have about 50% moved right now. Shoehorning it in. LOL.
Are you gonna make it, Paul? You're gonna make it. You're coming down to the wire, but you're gonna make it.
You have what? 15 days? How many days? 31 days. He has to be out by Halloween.
And B-Nude says he drove a Pantera. Was a cool. Oh no, you didn't drive it, but you. Yeah, Pantera's a cool car, but it wasn't like I knew anything. I was a Boy Scout, and the lady was my mom's friend, and we got to drive these cars to like the Boy Scout meeting. See, when you're a nerd such as myself and you have the ADHD, the tenet of my difficulties was often in socialization.
Can't believe it, this guy.
So at the time, I just was so excited. I just wanted to be everybody's friend, you know. I was like, you know, and people get annoyed by that for some reason. So my mom went to work and made like cool friends that had cool cars that could drive me to that. All the kids would be like, "Oh my God, you have such a cool car," and blah blah blah. Then they'd punch me. But it took a second, like delayed the punching, and then eventually, no more punching. Thank you.
Don Flip and I purchased a fake Rolex for my ex-father-in-law when I was overseas. It was so hard to tell it was fake. The hands even rolled instead of ticking.
Well, they make really good fakes, super duper fakes. One of the trick ways was to get a Tudor, and then replace the face, because a Tudor, and there might be one or two
They're
other
made by the
brands are
same.
Rolex. They're Rolex. So you could get a Tudor and then change some of the parts on it. But like the shank wasn't exactly the same. Some part of it. What are the things that come off the circle? Those were not exactly the same. They're pretty darn close.
John, it's like the Twilight Zone here. I have you guys on my phone and my garage TV. Walked into the kitchen and you guys are playing on my refrigerator. Wait, how is that?
Get some milk. Get the milk.
Ryan, I know I mean, there's always been, you know, people that struggle with drugs that have always been around stuffing the stakes down their pants and stuff. I mean, I can remember 20 years ago that happening, but now it's
I remember 30 years
so
ago,
many.
Tom Urquhart and Frank something, if you're out there, they were the guys who were chefs. Biff is probably familiar with this kind of activity. The chefs that went to chef school instead of college, so they're youngsters.
Jet Fixer.
Jet
Hello?
Fixer is here.
Aloha!
Welcome,
It
Jet.
has been so long.
It has been.
Really
welcome.
nice to see you. It might
eBay let you out of jail or whatever happened, right? Something there must be a reason for your tremendous
It's so
absence.
great to see you. Mike was saying when I worked at Ward's, there was a big guy that would walk in and grab huge stereo TV boxes and walk out with them.
Because you ain't gonna stop him.
He was frequent. He was so frequent. I would call security, but it didn't matter. Well, I mean, it's just sort of like if the company doesn't care, don't put yourself at risk at that point. You get punched in the face like I did over a pair of shoes.
I mean, that's sort of the problem is been, you just want everybody to behave, and you don't want to have to, what's the thing where you actually execute the laws that are on, like enforce, right? So nobody wants to enforce
Ice cream.
the bad behavior. We just want you to go, hey, can you stop doing that? And they go, oh, so sorry. Like, I'm just going crazy. Why don't I stop behaving dumb? But guess what? That doesn't happen.
Well, no.
So then we take
Did you ever steal after
Bridget out, and she's hankering for a spankerin', and we take them and spank all the drug dealers. That's what we do.
Quirky Picker Chad?
Welcome, Quirky Picker Chad! Don Flippin', did you ever go to Thrifty? I mean, just because I'm 55, so that means, and Thrifty's disappeared. I'm not sure if they were all over the U.S. I'm a Western person. And they had the like tube ice cream scooper. So when you went to Thrifty's in the afternoon, and it was so cheap. It was like, I don't even know, 25 cents a scoop or something. And their ice cream scoopers made a tube like a hockey puck, like for lack of a better description. Each scoop was a hockey puck. So then you would like stack them up on each other. They weren't round. They were like a parfait on a cone.
Ryan.
Brazilian thief punishment is wild. Chop, chop, can't steal if you have no hands. I don't like that.
Well,
Plus, they also have no hair because they're
so.
Brazilian. So that means they're like perfectly clean shaven and they have no hands.
Well,
sure you could find a
now
job.
they can't even work.
Well,
So that turns out great.
I don't agree with corporal punishment like that. Exactly. Is that corporal punishment when you chop off people's limbs?
Oh yeah. Paul was saying had a cousin who used to work for
Can I chop off your ears because you don't hear me? It just doesn't make sense.
EVRI, who it's a shipping company. He said some of them used to get their friends to park and throw expensive parcels to them over the chain link fence. Managers did nothing. Yeah, when I worked for jewelry company, there was evidently at one point a big shipping company that we've all used.
Should we talk about eBay, Emma?
I know. Why don't we? Okay, so eBay.
eBay sucks. Thank you.
Did any of you experience the weird? We don't do calculated shipping, so we weren't seeing it. But
Crapulated shipping was broken.
Calculated shipping, like if you were listing something, it would be like anywhere from $4 up to $21 million.
I could go to Mars and back.
I was like, this is so funny. Somebody.
I did. I was totally, because
Posted
I could
that.
tell she was going right down the road of when she stole $1 million from Sean Connery.
What are you talking about?
No.
Shipping company had a fake wall, and they were stealing packages
yes, I
and
remember
opening
that.
them up and then repackaging them and still shipping them off to the original destination, but the
I don't know how we
product
never
wouldn't be
get
in
the
it anymore.
problems. We never get any cool stuff like that. But you did at the jewelry store because you're shipping. They know that you're shipping Rolexes and rings.
It was
and
before
stuff.
I had worked there that had happened. But anyhow. When is it safe to go dig up the jewels? But it wasn't at my company. It was at the shipping company.
The shipping company. The problem is, Paul, is that was before GPS, so there's just a 1,000 holes in our backyard, but we haven't found it yet. Sorry.
Yeah, we would have a whole new house if that were the case.
We probably wouldn't have as many mice. But we don't know if there's still mice here, so that's the problem. And this week we're hiring we have to hire an exterminator. There's no other way around it. And because we can't be sure, and we can't solve the problem.
Speaking of shipping, I did read
It's not the gophers.
that
I don't think we have gophers.
Pitney Bowes is now sort of doing like a
I told you this would be the death of our show.
oh no, pirate ship
It's
thing.
so boring. Oh, go ahead.
That's all I said.
I'm checking that.
Jeez Louise, you just said you wanted to talk about eBay.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the fun parts. But if there aren't any,
What?
I guess that's all there is.
What are the fun parts?
Currently, does
How
anybody
is
make any money on
everyone's
eBay?
sales?
Yeah, how are the sales going? Tell me
Sorry,
how.
you guys, we haven't really discussed that, but we still have an hour.
Our sales have not increased. They have not decreased. We have plateaued for about a month, I would say. But one thing we did notice is that last week when we did all of our shipping and we were like, holy cow, this place has gone crazy. We didn't list anything. And then this week sucks. So we don't know if this week sucks or it's just because we didn't list anything.
And then I
But it
pointed
probably
out,
is because we didn't list
I
anything.
pointed out to him, death of the show, never. Thank you, Major Win. And then I pointed out to him though, because how he told you guys, oh yeah, thanks Don Flipping.
Thank you.
For it.
Hey, everybody, hit the slacky. Hit the flap. Hit the like button.
We are not good YouTubers. We never remember to say
And
anything.
tell your friends. I can be auction professor. Hit the like button. I still can't even say it. Like button. Biff Boffo, 40% drop in sales
Okay.
from 80% drop in effort. And this is.
Oh, good, Mike.
I am saying that I'm not. I don't particularly think eBay. I think eBay is working really, really super well right now. And I think as long as you put in that time at the front end by listing stuff properly and consistently, it does work. And it's continuing to work. And we didn't do that. And that's why we're noticed a little bit of the drop off. But that's our fault. And we will prove that by listing all week and then being rich next week. Right? Maybe. Thank you.
But in the beginning, he mentioned how the whole thing, how Friday, we had a Good Friday, but then I said, wait, but you did a end and sell similar reset,
right.
though. And he
so
goes, oh, right.
it makes it even worse that, so let me re-orchestrate this commentary. Last weekend, not the 2 days ago, but the weekend before, banger, bang bangs. We had, I don't even know, 50 items a package for lack of an accurate number. Which meant that on Monday, I had to pack. I didn't get them all done. I had to do it on Tuesday. And I remember Beard even saying, oh, be careful what you wish for. We're getting pounded. And we most certainly did.
But I do recall Beard also saying in one of his videos how he just packages even on
He does.
like
Well,
non-shipping.
fine. He's perfect. But us, I like to
Yes.
take break after break after break, as many as humanly possible. So on Monday, I packaged up. Couldn't package anymore. The post office closed. I mean, that's how it was crazy. Tuesday, same. By the time we were done with this show, I showed you. No, that would have been Wednesday. I still had one item on Wednesday, which was a steering wheel in a triangular package. Because I showed it on the show. But maybe it was on. No, I did. Let's just say I did. So Tuesday, I packaged all day. Wednesday, I had one thing left. And then crickets on Wednesday, no sales. Thursday, crickets. Friday, I did a reset on the store, all the stores. We had a 10 items, 12 items ship, which is a lot for a Friday, maybe a little few more. And I said on Saturday, I'm going to package these today because I don't want to get to another Monday where I can't ship everything out. So I'm going to package them, and we took them to the post office.
And I've got to tell you, it's,
Saturday, crickets. Sunday, crickets. Monday, we have like 5 items to ship from the whole weekend.
I loved it with him packing before. I loved him packing all the stuff up on Saturday.
Well, I love you loving me for that. It's a big love fest over here, okay? All right? Okay.
Because he does all the packaging, and then I'll be like, have you packaged yet? Package. And then he won't package just to spite me.
I'll leave it to the last
And
second.
I'm like, okay, well,
Because
now,
she's looking
now
over
we
here.
have things that didn't ship on time. Great.
I know. Do you do that?
Bearded.
Because she's looking for it. She's like, 10:30, the postman's going to be here. And I'm like, no,
Well, I'm like, I
You won't
scheduled
get
a
here till
pickup.
11:35.
I don't want to be rude and not have anything out there.
Well, you're gonna have
Beard
to
had his third
sweat it.
sale during this
His
live.
third what?
Shale. $400 sewing machine.
Good grief.
Nice. So what you're saying is, wait, did you like our video though? I was gonna say what you're saying
I
is
think
if you
it's-
like our video, that you can get really high dollar sales.
Yes, if you like our video, then you will somehow, I don't know how it works, but you'll get a Twinkie.
Major One was saying that our sales are actually okay, but the Q4 hype is just straight up annoying at this point.
I know our diss has been, our eBay diss is from not listing. It is from not listing because
Yeah.
I was so busy shipping. I just,
Well, and
I should know how to do that.
and trying to deal with mice. We spent 2 days in our house, like searching for
Oh, that's right.
openings and filling them, and
I'm so derailed. I'm
rearranging
just saying that we
stuff.
were derailed off of the eBay train, and so there is absolutely 100% for sure. It's because we didn't list anything fresh, and that's it. Can you imagine if all those people talking with the $35 talking points, and what it comes down to is their very first indication? Here, we have $35 from you. Come join our club. Okay, list 10 things a day and sell things quickly. I mean, and ship things quickly and on time. And you will have reseller nirvana. Imagine if that actually worked and that was true. Can you imagine?
John and Beard are hilarious. John's like, nope, doesn't work the same.
No Twinkie?
LOL.
The Twinkie game doesn't work?
Beard's like, John, you get no credit. Wait until 5 p.m., dude.
He has to have it all. He's trying to take over all the thumbs up, the thumbs upness. But to be honest with you, we don't, I'm not sure. We don't ask anybody to give us a thumbs up.
Ooh, so Mike was saying, speaking of sales, I'm in a 0 sales Primo live drought. Ooh, wait, that always happens with
Hold on.
our show. For the last 2+ hours, I'm calling customer service to see what's wrong. Stop.
Okay, you should be good. All right, try it again. Try to go get some sales.
Now that I'm a full-time, Quirky Picker Chat is saying, now that I'm a full-time eBayer, what little time I have to devote to eBay is spent packing items from my store and no time left to list from my death pile.
I'm the packager and the final lister.
Yeah, but the packaging takes forever.
Who am I? Who am I? Besides me.
Oh,
I'm Kevin.
you always say that.
Nobody else probably notices that. I laugh because his hands are so. He talks with his hands, and there's just a lot of giant hands.
Well, no, it's just his camera is like fisheye, so the hand looks like, and then he's
Very
just picking
fishy.
up stuff, showing you what he's picking up.
Very
But
interesting.
yeah, he has a very unique technique. Oh, what was he talking about? Oh, what the heck was he talking about? And I was like, why doesn't he just get to it? And I'm like, damn, he's so good. He strings you along. I can't remember. It was the last video we watched. And I'm like, just get to what I wanted to hear.
You did see Jen saying
Oh,
that.
Ryan
She
is-
literally was typing about hitting the like button and got a sale. Because it's just thoughts. Here, it's telepathy. It's telepathy.
Ryan,
It's half fish,
I was
half brain
just
power.
saying that.
Telepathy. What happened?
Okay, Ryan commented, I'm sure before he even heard me saying it, 30-minute video waits till 29 minutes and 59 seconds to tell you about the title.
Primo, Kimo, baby, and the stinky sucker.
What is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Baby, stinking sucker. Yeah, that's right. Kimo, baby, stinking sucker. Yeah, that's right. Kimo, baby.
Look at Pokey's
His
like,
beard's out the window.
Pokey's like,
Pokes, did you hear it?
I gave him a fork ton.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah, Paul was saying downsizing from big to small, and the big house was rammed. So, keep on going.
And sell. So
Marketplace.
set up a lemonade stand and sell
Paul, seriously.
$5,000 collectibles from your front yard.
If you can get some of the
One time I
Big
did
shit
that.
out.
I met one of my best friends ever, like over a decade ago, 2 decades ago, I guess. And I was selling arcade games out of storage units. Well, I had them all stored in the storage units after taking them out of a warehouse and putting them there. And I was so sick of paying the storage fees, I just went and bought some fluorescent poster board. And out on the main road, I said, arcade game sale, an offer you can't refuse. And I sold like a whole bunch of arcade games. You could try that. I'm just saying.
Mike says, "Damn it, Beard! Primo has spotlight on your sword. This simply is not fair. So you are the lighthouse effect on Beard Star." And Basket Noodle was saying, "I pack really quickly. Pretty much everything fits in an 8x6x4 and a 12x9x4 box." And you were just saying,
Yes, I was saying this.
How-
Very important things.
how Beard was.
Well,
Beard buys boxes.
ladies
for
and
you.
gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna buy a box.
Oh yeah, from eBay. We're gonna order.
We've
some
got 3.
boxes.
We've got 4 stores now, but we've only paid 3 store fees, so we have 3 $25 coupons. One of them went to tape. One of them went to the
envelopes.
padded envelopes. And the last one is we're going to decide on a box to get, because we've never bought boxes and we seem to be always at a deficit of small boxes. So I spend wasting a lot of time cutting down boxes and stuff. I'm pretty, I'm fast.
So
at it, I guess,
he's
but-
waste a lot of time cutting down boxes, and then I waste a ton of time because he doesn't go pick his own boxes. So I'm bringing up boxes thinking he
I also
can
don't
cut
massage
them.
my own feet, toots. Am I right? Thank you.
And I'm like, go get your own stinking box then. Like, I've tried 3 times. It's really
I
annoying.
know. Well, see, what I don't like to do is stuff that I know is going to suck.
So we need to.
I organized all the boxes. I've done, all that stuff, but then we don't use. We still have a huge cart filled with priority mailboxes that will never.
Yeah, we gotta
ever
get those
be
back
used.
to the post office. They're
But
taking
they have
up
to
so
come
much space
out
in
of the basement. So you got to put in the up. I understand down. Gravity goes down.
The next time I go into the post office,
Gravity
I
no
will
go
ask
up.
them. I'll just say, we have so many that we don't use because we now do ground shipping, and just say, can I?
Paul Rose got his Tron arcade machine, which is, by the way, in case you didn't know it,
Did you
Paul,
move that on your own?
that the depth of the Tron is one of the biggest arcade machines
It
there
is awful.
because it goes pointy like this.
I've moved
from
too
the
many
top
of those things.
out to there and then comes back down. And these points, it's like, I don't even, 16 feet from the front of the game cabinet to the back. It's hard to get around corners, I'm just saying.
Did you do that?
It nearly killed
On
me.
your
And it was
own?
upstairs and absolutely weighed. Now, a Tron does have little wheels in the back, as I recall. So that's helpful. But the way we had to we bought a $350 dolly that strapped around basically for a soda machine, and you'd strap it and then ratchet strap it, crank it down so that it was like part of the dolly, and that was much easier to get around those kind of situations. Plus another person is really helpful. Paul, I hope you weren't doing that yourself.
Oh yeah, that's a hernia waiting to happen.
You know the guy in Beetlejuice that like goes in between the 2 walls because he's all skinny? He's all pancaked? You don't want that. I don't need a pancake, Paul.
So Basket Noodles was saying that he'll use his eBay credit to buy bigger ones, but will use his staples to get other sizes. Dirt cheap.
Those are light cycle sound effects. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, did Tron ever
was
have one
pretty
of those that you actually could like ride? You know how?
Yeah, right now they have Tron Light. And anybody who's been to Florida, or
No, arcade game, like an arcade setup.
no,
they ever have
not
one?
vintage. You know, they made a lot of like weird arcade games in the past few years, but I don't know if they ever made a light cycle.
3 of us. Well, you're
Oh, thank you.
actually you're lucky because it's been just the 2 of us doing it.
Usually she's on the downhill slope of the stairs, which is the easier
Oh, they lost
place.
control halfway down.
Oh. Lucky I slid it with and stopped it.
With his thigh.
Dude. Take a look at that today or tomorrow and tell me how the bruise is. Because the bruise is never there the first day. And you gotta wait till the second day. Maybe you get a little bruise. The third day, you're
Record
like
crate!
purple, violet.
Happy Monday afternoon. Aloha.
Aloha Record Crates. We were a little bit talking about bricks and mortar. And we were like, how many people do we know here with bricks and mortar?
Yeah,
Den Decor?
you and Den Decor
Record Crate.
have brick and mortar shops.
And none of you and Record Crate had no, you survived. Did you, all 4 of your stores survive the waters? Because you did have, if I'm wrong, I'm probably totally wrong, but did you have one? You had one, what's it, Raleigh, North Carolina. You had one in Ash, the city that got messed up, right? I made a bar top arcade cabinet with over 1,000 games. Don flipping a Emu, like a MAME machine. They have the MAMEs where you can use like a tiny little computer, like a Raspberry Pi, or they have those newer like JAMA board sets that have thousands of games on them. I've got sitting somewhere.
Record Crate said no damage. My stores are in the Raleigh area.
Good job.
And Paul said his bruise isn't all that bad, but he was not dropping that baby.
It's really one of the most. It's really one of the heaviest and biggest machines. Is he farting?
Oh yeah.
Did you take a big steam stir right on mommy?
Oh, he's like.
Did you fart on the floor, babe? Did you fart on the floor?
He's all gassy.
Yeah. So okay. So we failed
raspberry.
about the secretion talk. We talked a bunch about not fun things, but still go check out that video. I'll put it here again because I want everyone to see our town. It's not necessarily presented in the best light in this video, but I think it's absolutely true the way we're living right now. So you go check that out.
Cautiously optimistic. Oh, was asking Record Crate, where is your store? I'll try to visit soon. I'm in Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's an area.
He did a benefit for Records in the Rad in Asheville. Jason Isbell sent me a signed test pressing. And
Oh,
I did
that's
a silent
awesome.
auction. A Jimmy Kimmel employee won the auction.
That's
Neat.
awesome. Congratulations on that. That deserves a super cheers.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
cool. I wonder what it was. What record
Are you doing research?
it was. Yeah.
What record was
I
it?
have to research everything. Oh, they were closed.
Oh, I see. Okay. So they had a lot of damage
had
then,
damage.
did they?
Yeah.
So Records in the Rad had damage.
They're in the Riverside Industrial
Oh,
River Arts
boy.
District. That's not a good place to be. A couple of weeks ago.
at the Ryman Volume 2.
Live at the Ryman Volume 2.
Oh, Don Flippin is familiar with the dude that did the video on our town.
So if you guys want to just be depressed by natural disasters and our towns obviously falling to crap, if you want to look at more of that, there's a guy named the Carpetbagger. He's on the internet, YouTube, under Jacob the Carpetbagger, maybe. Jacob the Carpetbagger. And he lives outside of Asheville, and he did right after the storm sort of, he went down in that river section, that river arts area, and he's like, that's a 250-foot long antique store, and all it was like little sticks with part of the roof still sticking. It's like all the stuff and the place was washed away. And I thought he gave a pretty decent walkthrough of the damaged areas.
And
Should you need more depression in your life.
Was he the
Thank
one
you.
that did the video show? It was not a silo, but a big tank, and he stood next to it that was displaced, and he stood next to it,
Yes.
and he was
Yeah. That was him. Like a big silo
the
tank.
scale was insane.
And he goes, you can't, and it floated away, like it floated down the river, this huge container, and he walked up towards
Like
it, putting his phone on the ground.
His camera view, you're like, oh, okay, it's just
And
one.
he kept backing up and backing up and backing up and backing up, and then finally,
The comparison was
it was like
incredible.
he was 5 of him tall, like this huge thing that had just floated away. It's hollow.
And then he
Makes
showed
sense.
one of another tank of somehow a tank got wedged between a lamppost and a tree. And you're just like, how did that happen? it just looked like you couldn't make that happen if you tried.
Levitation, probably.
Yeah,
Chris
like
Angel.
it would just went.
It's either weather or Chris Angel.
Chris Angel, I think.
I think so too.
He was like, I'm gonna go there and make things look like nature did it.
Oh wow, Record Crate knows the carpetbagger lives in Waynesville, North Carolina. Do you actually know him by chance? Have you actually met him? Just because he used to go to like walk downtown and do live streams and everything. He is another
Adam the Woo.
all
Isn't
us
that crew?
ADHD whatever we are, YouTubers know each other. That's
Can
not true.
relate to each other at
We
least.
for sure can relate to each other.
But
he just watches videos.
He
yeah.
goes around to
All
tourist
over
attractions
the
and
U.S. Yeah.
does videos and stuff.
But that is his home post, which he's never at. But he's gone walking up and down, just walking and doing a live video. And so anyway, kind of felt like we kind of knew the place a little bit before it's not there anymore. If the Mississippi River ever floods, I'm screwed. LOA, the diversion channel is basically in my backyard. Oh, for when it actually overflows and they can move it into different places. Thankfully, I've never had to deal with this thing. We have been moved into a flood zone. Okay, eBay. Say something positive about something. 'Cause I feel
eBay something.
if I like our
positive.
own, if I like our own video, do I get a Twinkie?
Oh, I know what it was. On
I know what that one thing I could
But no,
potentially
wait,
say
no. I just
about
had like
eBay.
this little like flash of what it was that Commonwealth's video was about, and it was something about he was manipulating.
Who did that?
His item was taken down for manipulating the search or something. What was it?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, get to it. Boobs are cool.
I don't think we ever made it to it, did we?
Ryan didn't watch that. What was it though? But
I mean,
it really
it was Kevin Commonwealth.
Oh,
Platform.
I got it. It was because he was selling a beta cassette.
Oh, and he put not
He put not
VHS.
VHS in the title, and
They said
eBay's
that's
AI
illegal.
flagged it, thinking that he's trying to get more views by using VHS as well. Stop.
I'm trying to find lag. I can't
Oh, they
find
look
lag.
like seriously lag. We saw you in Silver
Lag,
Hair
where's
Show.
lag?
We saw
I
you.
can't see you. Where are you? So anyway, yes, that's an interesting thing where they're not allowing you to do the, which I guess is technically actually textbook search engine manipulation is by putting not something that it isn't to make people searching for VHS tapes pull it up. So it is search engine manipulation, but I think it's like one of those things that's so like they never enforced it for so long that people are kind of caught off guard. I think that's what's
Well, I hope that they also apply that to when people
they are, Beth.
abuse the filters, not the filters, the item specifics, and they put it. Come on.
What? I'm just singing. Go ahead. Did you have something to say? I was giving you a bed of music. I'm the human fly, and I spell F-L-Y, and I say buzz, buzz, buzz. Go ahead. And it's just because.
Just how people abuse the item specifics and will put in every single thing that doesn't apply to their item just to get people to see their item. But do you see Record Crate's question?
And I say buzz. Record Crate is saying, so I have my only girl on eBay. What happens now? How long? Oh, right. You love that. That's my little That's one of our
How long do I leave it before I
suggestions,
change the price to
is
my?
put your fair market value, FMV. Is that what he said? I think that's what he said. Are you noticing are you noticing an influx of activity? That's the key. So you want to put your Holy Grail on there, and then you will notice more activita. And then that's when you jack up the price on them when they get addicted to your records. Well, I mean, honestly, Record Crate, that's the whole point, is to get view. Yes, one offer. You know, so when thinking about that specific recommendation, the way I was utilizing that when I was drinking my own Kool-Aid, it was to say I'm putting up a $2,000 Herman Miller George Nelson sofa, which are George Nelson, Herman Miller. Those are keywords for anybody collecting mid-century modern or Eames era stuff. You will know that designer and that furniture company. And that's what I put up there. Now, in that same store, I am selling Mercedes grills, Bentley parts, a couple of other items. Not necessarily a record. I mean, I'm not selling a record, putting up my Holy Grail record and then trying to sell other records. I'm trying to put up this sofa that everyone's going to know and have them come look at all all these other items.
Right,
So I'm not sure it works.
It's almost like having, brick and mortar, and you have your display in the front window, and you have window shoppers, but they get attracted to that thing in your window, and then they're like, oh, maybe I'll go in and actually see what else they have, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like
how
we use it.
If I'm just to utilize your exact example, is that you're putting all these hooks in the water, and you're putting in an extra nice meat covered hook, but it's still like kind of looks like the same hooks because it's a record and you're a record store. But what if you put in Elvis's, if you have Elvis's pinky from like a gambling incident that he had once, and you've got an actual zombie pinky from Elvis, that would be a cool thing to put in a music store to bring music people in. That's sort of what I'm saying, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Oops, no, sorry.
Right. If you're
sense.
having a niche store, you're saying put one of the top niche or top Holy Grail items in your niche store that will attract people that are into that.
So Paul Rose, a good example. I mean, I might put in his. So I know he's got two
Predator,
really cool things.
Alien.
I would put in his carbon frozen Han Solo, and he really doesn't want to sell that Tron, so I start with the carbon frozen Han Solo. Now the Tron I would also put up for like $5,000. Why? Because holy crap, to fix those board set, that's like a 4-board sandwich set, and each of the little interconnect cables to it, they can all go flaky. So I would be concerned with trying to sell the Tron because I'm afraid the Tron's going to break, and then you got to fix it. Now, I think the carbon frozen Han is just a static piece.
Nothing to go wrong with
You can't break it.
So Paul's saying so much has changed on the platform since I stopped. It will be like starting again when I get back to it. Just, where to come if you need to talk about stuff. If you notice something is weird,
we can talk about problems there. That's right.
We'll all talk about it.
You want solutions? You go somewhere else. But if you want to talk about problems.
Then B-Nudes was saying, I saw a video title claiming eBay is going to do buyer fees. I didn't watch it, but that would be death to most sellers. On John and Jenna's FAE on
Can you remember that far back?
Friday, was it?
Yeah.
They were talking about that was, I don't know, was that in their title? Definitely they were talking about it though. And are they just jumping on that bandwagon? Because it seems like Poshmark is doing that now.
That's a Record Crate.
Huh?
I'm just saying Record Crate, yes.
So is eBay just jumping on that? But I was saying, okay, well, that's eBay's way of saying, well, we're raising fees and we know that sellers are going to whine about it, so we'll just pass them on to the buyer.
Is it a possibility that that becomes... So who's more important in the situation? Am I more important because I got the killer stuff, or is the person buying my
The
killer
buyer is
stuff?
more important.
I don't know.
The
I mean,
buyer
it
is-
depends. I'm just saying from
Because there are so many buyers right now. They know they're not going to lose that. They know they can tell which buyers are probably doing this full time and can't afford to not be selling. So
they can know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they can tell. Just obviously.
Record Crate says, I'll load my store with cassette deck and cassettes, then list my Nakamichi Dragon for 15 grand to pull them in. Yes.
Yes.
And that's exactly it. Look at that. I got a Nakamichi Dragon behind my head.
Oh, I
not
was like,
moving.
wait,
I don't know.
where?
Usually can't see it because it's behind my big fat head, but that's it right there. It's a Nakamichi Dragon. And it actually works sometimes. I had a chance
That's worth that much?
No, it's probably worth. Technically, it's worth about mine because it only sometimes works. It's probably worth about $2,800. But if I send it off to Berkeley, California,
Aloha! Happy
Glasgow,
Thanksgiving!
aloha! Happy Thanksgiving to you up in Canada. Even if you're not in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. Get prepared for the real Thanksgiving in November. But yes, I do love me the dragon, and I had an opportunity to send it into the guy in Berkeley, and that's a pretty cool thing. Can't remember his name, and it cost $1,500, and only then you have like a $7,500, $8,000 tape deck. Like why? But yes, you would have that. It's 15. But see, that's the thing. It's drawing the people in because Nakamichi Dragon is going to get the views. And that's fact.
Yeah. B Nude's saying,
What? Who? B?
I totally lost it because then I was like, wait, it was Den Decor. B Nudes was saying, yeah, Macari and Posh going that route to attract authorized resellers with low to no fees. His friend was offered by Macari to sell there. He does $3 million
Authorized resellers
at eBay annually.
So now we're starting to talk about why individual sellers such as you and I may find it advantageous to go become authorized resellers. And then the actual brand then gets to decide
What's this authorized
quality.
reseller?
So authorized reseller is what the future is for everybody if the brands control all the sales. So if you're trying to go sell something on eBay and then they give you a Vero because you're not an authorized reseller or you're not selling it the right way.
Oh, God.
So then it naturally becomes that even smaller and smaller and smaller resellers will need to get permission from brands in order to sell at least branded items. At least new tagged items. But they could push it even farther. So now you need to be an authorized reseller to sell used or resell their products. I don't know where or when how we get there, or will I be alive anymore? Because I'll probably jump off a bridge by that point because I ain't going through that.
That sounds ridiculous.
But the Dragon is the greatest of all time cassette deck. You know why? Because it has auto azimuth. It moves the tape a little tiny bit to get the best sound. It's great.
Yeah, and Jen is saying, and I agree with her. I would love lower or no seller fees, but if the buyer is paying them, that won't work. I don't think it will either. I mean, people, sure, they pay a membership for Costco, but you get something for it.
When you go to an auction, every single auction you go to, you pay a buyer's premium. There is precedent. I'm not saying there's not precedent for it, and that doesn't make me shop any less, actually, to be honest with you. It doesn't. When I go to I go with a big fat pocket full of cash, and I forget to think about the money when I'm at an auction. So, I mean, I know how much money I have, generally speaking, but I always forget about the 23% buyer's premium. Always. Inevitably, I always go, how did I spend this much? Forget about the buyer's premium.
If eBay does do that, I think anything over 10% can really end up screwing sellers. Like, to make a buyer pay that. I feel like anything over 10%, buyers might go, nah.
So, if they're trying to make some sort of move to spread out the fees so they can make even more, which they might, that means alleviate some of our fees by putting them onto the buyer. Is that a tried and true? So again, we talk about auctions. It does exist, but not everybody's familiar with auction practices. Mercari tried it, and aren't they about ready to just blow themselves up? Don't even know if they're going to survive.
Well, right. Did eBay say it means that they are taking some of the current fees we're paying and now shifting them to they would like to shift them to buyers, or like I said, they want to raise seller fees, and instead of actually making the seller accountable
so let's say
for it,
I'm
they'll
the
shift
king
it.
of eBay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and the buyer pays $10 and the seller pays the seller pays $10. What I'm going to do is make the seller pay $8. I'm going to move the $2 over to the buyer, and then I'm going to tack on another $2 onto the buyer. That's the move. So what they're going to do is they're going to gently retract their tentacles out of us by just a little schmidgy hair, just enough to like make us think that they're doing something. And they're going to transfer it over to the buyer. And then they're not like Mercari. Mercari was pulling some shifty crap at first where they weren't telling you exactly how much that amount was. So it's going to be, yes, we're going to charge you 2%, but somehow through taxing and something, that 2% is going to become 4%. I'm just telling you, that's how it's going to work, because that's how I would do it.
Cornhusker has a good
Thank you.
point. And right, it is, we're just set in our ways. But he's
Super
saying that
old.
it won't work for the dinosaurs on here, but if they can get the youngins to eBay, it will work.
Yeah.
My 22-year-old daughter blows her money on fees everywhere, especially DoorDash.
I'm an incredible spendthrift. I'm good. I'm okay with money. I mean, in general, I know how to make money, but I do not, when I see something and I want it, or if I want an experience, I'm willing to overpay for it. That's my own mentality that I have.
But the other thing,
But I think it's a youthful mentality, and I do hope that we can get all the kids.
those dinosaurs
Kids with
though
fees.
are also a lot of the shoppers on eBay, especially.
You're saying that eBay sellers are the buyers too?
Yeah. And I mean, look at a lot of what we sell. It's, Gen X stuff.
It's quite incestuous indeed.
And so, yeah, dinosaurs. And we're Gen X, so I can say that. But
Did you guys know we're Gen X?
And like, look at a lot of Josh's product. That's for older people too. And if we're having a hard time, dealing with the fact that they're going to be raising the fees, even as a buyer, the dinosaurs aren't going to want to pay the additional fee.
Well, with Josh's, with his super ultra niche, and then being like a cornering the market on it, he's kind of like Nick Cage in that movie, The Family Man. He's like cornering the market. No, he's like a dangerous trading places, where they corner the market on frozen concentrated orange juice. So now Josh is going to own all the frozen concentrated orange juice. But see, Josh is a thoughtful dude, and what's really cool about when he corners that market is he's providing this, he's doing something out of the goodness of his heart, kind of, which is providing those certificate of authenticity. I hope he gets paid for it, and making that collection a value-added thing. So he's adding value to that stereo view. Now, will all his collectors... Morty the One is here, aloha! Will all of his buyers die off someday? Here's what I got to say about that. That was from Morty the One.
If they make this fee change, sales are going to drop off for a time, then come back.
That's the point, yeah. I think that's the point. It has nothing to do with the Josh comment, but that is also true. I think that every change has a little bit of blowback by us or somebody, and then we all just go, oh, well, I guess we can't fight City Hall. Right?
We acclimate.
Yeah. And what was I saying about Josh? It was very important.
Oh, his COAs or...
Yeah, COA. But what was the point of that? Was that how did we get on that tangent?
Harbor's Hope. my mom's calling. I gotta answer.
Your mom is calling. Okay. We don't want her to be calling right now. Don't call in the middle of the day, Mom, because it's never good news. I'm turning off the heater. Harbor's Hope, aloha. Now I'm going to have to try to recall what I was talking about specifically. Well, Biff is right. People are dying. Oh, that was it. Just because, and I thought about this about Jack's thing too, because he sells 10-inch. He hasn't been on here in a while, but he sells 10-inch records. And while there is definitely a sweetie, I can hear you, just so you know. Oh. The whole week. Your anniversary. Oh. Okay, it wasn't bad news. That's good. Is that he's put himself in becoming sort of the continuator or the person who's forwarding this grouping. Now, will this group, as it gets disseminated, I believe he's going to have enough buyers, enough market for this, because people will sort of get interested in it because he's making it exciting. Youngsters will. It's a little bit of history. They don't have to buy 5,000 stereographs. They're going to buy 2 or 3 of something interesting. Some of them are going to end up with historians in local towns. Some are going to end up with kids who are like, they made Viewmasters, 200 years ago. Whoa. So he's actually, and by putting the COAs and everything, he's making some excitement. So he's probably, if not single-handedly, he is kicking that collection, making it last a little longer. And I think Jack is doing the same with his 10 inches. Even though the general audience for it are dying off, the new audience is enough to support a couple of major players. You can turn that back on because my gams are cold. So it wasn't bad news?
No.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
Oh my goodness. I got scared for a second.
Let's see. Anything else? I had to remember my own memories, and you were of no help to me.
But you figured it out.
I think so. WTF got a multiple sale. Thank you. That's us. You're welcome.
Wait, who's
Clean out deals.
Aloha.
New here, like the show. Question: do you think it would should be a goal to try and get more shipping items in your store to boost store visibility, to get more free shipping items in your store? Feel eBay promotes free shipping? Thoughts? First of all, aloha and welcome to the show. Secondly,
thank you for being here.
I do have an opinion on this, a pretty strong opinion, that in general, I believe free shipping is depends on how much time you've had with eBay and how much time experience you have with eBay, because free shipping can get you in trouble. And I've never in my life as an eBayer noticed any sort of boost from free shipping, provided my price wasn't jacked up. I can't think if I'm saying this right. If I jack up my price and then give free shipping, eBay does nothing for you. So you still have to price your item at the price it should be. So my determination, and we also don't use calculated shipping, we just use flat shipping with the lowest possible conceivable sellable price. Those two things seem to work.
And also, clean out deals. I sort of feel too. It depends on the type of product you're selling. So if you're selling, say, magic sponges, and there's a ton of other people selling new product magic sponges, then free shipping might be necessary. But if everybody's 20%, if everybody's $20 for magic sponges, and they all charge $1.99 shipping, but he's 20 and offers free shipping, of course that's going to work. But if you charge $21.99 with free shipping, I think you almost get punished for that. Aloha to my mom! So we have tested free shipping, and we felt that it didn't work for us. So we do flat rate. We don't do calculated, because calculated, just from our own experience, calculates high sometimes. And he's really good at, we have set prices.
What happened? Oh, yeah.
We have set in our shipping policies. We have our set prices, and we'll just select whatever price we feel.
$4.99, $8.50, $12.50, $17.50, $22.50, $27.50, $37.50, $60, and free.
And
if we had to.
and we just use one of those, and we're usually
And I use it as
good.
Yeah, like I use it also as another device to get sales. So I will undercut shipping. So if it's something that's going to cost $6 shipping, I might say $4.99 because I know I'm going to ship 5 or 6 records, and each one of those is going to ship for $3.90, and I charge $4.99 for those. So, a record, a standard item is going to just be standardized. If it's 4 ounces, I know that's what it's going to weigh every single time. Of course, I'm going to ship it just right at that number. And then more expensive things are the ones that tend to get a little bit of shipping discount as part of the attractive package I'm trying to put the item into. So good pictures and all the other crap. And then a shipping price that's not insulting, because sometimes I think free shipping, people can see right through that and see that you added the money to the item. And then sometimes I think people just like to have it broken up and out, so they know how much they're paying for shipping. So for those reasons, we just haven't not used free shipping in years.
And a few other things too.
Please.
Veronica the Boss, aloha.
Whoa, look out!
I love your emojis. And also too is we accept offers on everything we sell.
Yes.
So I think that because of that
I was trying not to flip a pencil all day, and now I feel naked.
people are welcome to send us an offer, and they probably have in their mind,
look at that pencil
I'm going to
go.
send an offer taking into account that they're charging me this X amount for shipping. And I think, Jen was asking, do you think buyers filter by free shipping? Oh, I'm sure,
some do.
Some do, yeah.
If you're buying
absolutely.
magic sponges, yeah. If you're buying Star Wars Episode 1 Slurpee Cup,
Well, so we
probably not as much.
We ordered the mousetrap things, which are the lids that go on 5-gallon buckets, and
Falcon heads.
and I was sort of looking at the free shipping listings,
The bearded pumpkin.
but also
Lock and moist.
I was looking for like the item price, and then I was like, oh, okay, this one's the cheapest. And then I was like, oh wait, but look, this one has free shipping. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. So yeah.
I mean, that's a technical reality when you're coming down to.
But that's because there were so many options. When
again,
you're
free
selling
shipping is the
collectibles-
tool, right? Free shipping is a tool, just like we're saying $4.99 when shipping might be $6, and that's part of our tool. So
Yeah.
there are some very, very certain. We tried free shipping on large items too, which that didn't work at all. Where we were like a $2,000 item was like, it's free shipping. Yeah, it's gonna be like $600 or $700 to ship
But
it.
the buyer would be like, okay,
They were confused, I think.
Yeah, how are you shipping this for free? So you added that into your sell price, what do you think
and I
the
tried to explain
sofa's
it,
really worth?
and I believe that it caused too much confusion, even though they could pay one price and have it shipped for that. But when it comes down to a used product, or like shampoo, what do we call those things? Shampoo, or just like sundries, or utilitarian items, or things that people need to replace all the time, like toilet paper. Free shipping most definitely have some sort of a benefit, Amazon type benefit.
Wait, what is
Fail on bearded pumpkin. Oh man, I've been trying to make a. Did I got the dot? Did it come out? Did my bumper come out? It totally did.
It's a mouse turd!
See, the bumper just came off. Now, how did that bumper just come off, work itself out, and the other one comes off at the exact same time? They like.
Your eyes just look so weird.
What? That's not normal? That's not normal? There's nothing normal person here. Oh, I just turned into Roman, sort of.
Wait, what is Beer talking about? Please reply. And clean out
Because I
deals.
sang his bearded pumpkin song. He didn't like it.
Oh, when? When did you do
I
that?
said, It's the bearded pumpkin, lock and moist.
Oh.
You don't like it either? I worked on that all day. Dang.
Oh, it was a soundbite?
Out of my mouth.
Oh.
I didn't work on
Clean
that.
out deals. What are your thoughts on the new AI tool for backgrounds before Google wanted
I
white
love how you
backgrounds?
guys are taking us seriously as professors.
Thank you.
I don't even have a top button
Now
on
I'm
this
not
shirt.
sure. By the way, I'm a subscriber now. Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so clean out deals. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
We do not use AI backgrounds. No. I know John from Flipping It Easy
Could
does.
though. We could.
Yeah.
We just
He
don't.
loves it. I don't use
His ideals
use-
like for shoes and then putting like sports behind it. That's really good. I like that.
so I use a
Am I squeezing the
photo editing app called Photo Room, and I know John from Flipping It
Those
Easy does
tabs.
as well. And they have AI backgrounds also.
Oh, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna bore and tell you with this after.
But our first image is always the white background.
Yes.
And then all of our
And that comes
following
back
images.
from that's my 20-year-old reseller training where everything had to be on white backgrounds for mid-century modern furniture back in the
Our following
2000s.
images, though, for a listing, though, are just in our photo station so that people know that we're not using a stock photo for the first photo. Because sometimes
I'm not stalking them.
it might appear like our first photo looks like a stock photo, but it's like, how can it be? I mean, this is a collectible. But anyhow, so our following photos are not edited.
I can't see to peel off the thing on here. I'm too
But
blind.
We did sell
I can
some.
wear my glasses
we
while I do
sold
that,
some Thanksgiving Day candles where the second
Yeah,
photo
you know, like
I
the-
did use the AI
The
background.
pilgrim
so
candle lady and the kids.
yeah, I thought that maybe could have helped sell it.
Did it? It did, didn't it?
I think so. But yeah, I'm totally like the minimalist, sort of the clean thing. So we don't use AI backgrounds normally. If we have, we use it as like a second photo, not the first
There's
photo.
definitely good uses for them though.
Yeah, for sure. John has a lot of success. John
He has a
and
tent
Jenna.
with like a background of like outside. Yes, I would think that I would definitely use it for certain.
And I
items,
feel
think.
like I've seen some other YouTubers. What's his name? ADH Dave. I think he's used
That's
like
one
that
of them.
boucle, like lighty background on. I think on
Oh,
some of their
yes.
district listings at least.
The bouquet.
Yeah. But I don't
think
know.
I got it. Did I get it?
I think it's worth giving
New
it a
bumpers. Yeah. I got new bumpers. New bumpers. Now I got to get my glasses.
shot. Jen was saying you can charge a higher price and have free shipping. You aren't adding any more to the price that buyers paying for the shipping is the price they agreed to pay. Baskin Noodles was saying
People just know, kind of, though. The second I see free shipping, it just brings out a note to me. I'm not everybody, but to me, a notion of like, what's the shipping? Just break it out. I want to break it out for myself automatically, even if they. That's just what I do.
hey, shopping with Cheryl.
Shopping with Cheryl. Aloha.
Your big Sharpie. You're so funny. Have any of you seen my big Sharpie? Is that from a movie or
Sharpie.
something? I got, but aloha, thanks for being here.
That's funny. Yeah, we got big Sharpies. In fact, I was just talking with Patricia about marking things with the UV ink. Very, very advanced chicanery. Okay, so here's my.
Shopping with Cheryl.
We're doing the last few minutes here, so we want to do a little segment here called Bore and Tell. But I mean, it's cool. So back in the olden days, back before you went to the store for everything, they had something called a milkman, and I wonder if England still has milkman. This was from Pierre's Dairy in Palo Alto, California, and you took these out and you put it in your milk bottle, and you flip these little nubbins over, and you put the rest of them in your milk bottle like that, and this would tell the milkman what you wanted him to drop off to you.
Oh.
So you could, like, I remember, who was it? Was it Josh Galt was saying how he had the homo milk. Well, this is they still call it homogenized milk up there, but that's what the vitamin D milk, half gallon. And then you could get the homogenized quarts. That's very interesting. And then you could get the cream line milk. And that's where it's got like the little cream at the top and the clotted cream. And they put that on bread if you're in England. I remember that. And you could get buttermilk. Real buttermilk because it has the churn. You see the churner? Can you put your hand? Oh, no, I got it. I found a new technique. Yeah, that's better.
Oh, yeah.
Old
Yeah,
fashioned.
I don't know how people do that.
Ryan, they probably still... Do they still deliver milk by horse cart there? I mean, in 1979, in England, they were still delivering milk by horse because I was there then, and they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clean out deals. So, Jen, one of our longtime friends on here, says that she loves the AI backgrounds. And I've never used the eBay AI backgrounds. I have no idea how those really work. I imagine it's very similar to the photo room app I use.
Ladies got to be skinny, so you got to get some of that non-fat
That
milk.
is hilarious. They have a woman on that.
Yeah, it looks like she's looking at a scale, too. She's like, you better keep trim. You know what's good for you.
Do they have them for cigarettes or coffee? Paul, you're hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
Record crate. My favorite milkmen are dead. The dead milkmen.
Ba, ba, ba. I have the we took a thing down to
Wait, Biff just shared a link.
It's almost lunch on the West Coast.
Don't try to slow me down.
Oh,
I'm
Black
going
Angus
for Black
roast
Angus
your
tonight.
It's the Black
Well,
Angus.
it's a steak worth going for. Tender and done just right.
Okay, hold on.
When I'm
I'll
going
play
for
it.
steak.
So they'll probably give me. I'm already copyrighted on this one. So
And we talked about POOP,
yeah,
so
so
they're
we're
going to be like,
toasted.
nope.
we're toasted, nicely toasted. Okay, small. So this is the.
Did I just hear a quick little deep,
I did. What was that? That
deep,
wasn't the dog
deep
or something?
inside?
Oh, you might have.
Is that what that
It
was?
probably was that. Hold on, I'm trying to do this. I have to be. Everybody, be quiet. I don't know how to get to the place that we need to be.
But
Stuart,
yeah,
Black
basket
Angus.
nudes. Yeah, companies like that can, sure, they use it as a write-off, but these small people like us, we need that money up
Slow
front.
me down. I'm going for Black Angus tonight. Well, it's a steak worth going
So
for.
Black Angus was like a
Done just right.
upscaled sizzler. If it really was upscaled, I don't know, but they posed themselves that way.
This is the one. I'm going for Black Angus tonight.
Callie Debs
I'm
loves
Stuart
the AI.
Ashe.
Oh,
Great
loves the
steak
photo
at a
room
great
AI
price.
backgrounds too.
Ranching experience
Nice.
gives
I
my
love
Black
photo
Angus
room.
restaurant the edge.
Look at
It's a
that.
steak worth going for.
That's right.
WTF? No, I do
Love
not.
it.
I pay for the photo room.
What's our name? Couple of dinks, but what
I
is it
pay
on?
for a photo room, and I got it 3 or 4 years ago, and I have been grandfather claused into a really good price because now it's, I think, over $100 a year for the pro version.
Look, we don't even come up for the last Sizzler in Florida. How rude. I don't really know how to find our video. I want
Wait,
to play
cranberry? What are you talking about? Cranberry? I love cranberry. Cranberry what? What?
It. What are we talking to?
Oh no. Jen was saying, Ryan, I love cranberry. Now I gotta find Ryan's. Canada Dry winter flavors are back. Ginger ale blackberry is my favorite. Oh, they have a ginger ale cranberry? That sounds delicious. I want to try that.
How do we find our own stupid videos?
Oh, okay. B nudes. Okay. Flippin' ain't easy. Eating the other half of the tomahawk ribeye I couldn't finish yesterday. Black Angus has nothing on this.
You got the full bone and everything. You're like the 2.5 foot.
John, if
Tomahawk.
you're still there,
I love steak. I need steak so bad. Videos. Keep talking. I'm just gonna find my thing.
We had Clean Out Deals, who is new here, was asking about our thoughts on the AI backgrounds, and we were saying that we don't use them much, but that you really enjoy them. And
It's a
have
great,
had
it's a
success
great
with
idea.
them.
We're sort of just stuck with our white backgrounds right now, but certainly they do a good job. I think. Look at all these videos we made once. So do you know where the one is, the last Sizzler in?
Well, our white
Bangkok?
backgrounds used to stand out more, but now
Here
I
it
am
is.
finding that it does seem like some
There's
AI
nothing
backgrounds
unusual
stand
about
out.
aged Swiss cheese.
More
Nothing
now.
unusual about sliced ham.
Wait,
It looks just like the-
Absolute Finds, aloha!
Absolute
Hello!
Five is here. Aloha!
Thanks for being here.
At the Sizzler, and there's only one place on earth you can
Steak
get
and
it.
Malibu chicken, huh?
Did you say it was a miracle?
So we just sit here and watch our own videos all day? That's what we do.
No,
Sizzler
we
steak
don't.
and lobster chicken? No, steak and lobster chicken. Steak and Malibu chicken. Is that Bridget? Is that her head right there? Or is that a tree?
I really didn't know if it was her.
Good morning.
Anyway, that's the Sizzler. Go watch our video. The last Sizzler Disney World in Orlando is weird. Nobody watched this video. Literally, it's 144 views, and on these couple of Dink videos, but we put this one out like 2 years later than our regular ones. They were getting like thousands of views, and this one only got 144.
Wait, what is John asking? $4.29.
Yeah, for the steak and Malibu chicken.
Oh, steak.
Aged Swiss cheese. Nothing
Aged
unusual
Swiss
about
cheese.
sliced ham.
Wait, can you show
Sliced
our
ham.
Boneless
waitress?
breast
Oh, yeah, I
of
will.
chicken patty. But when the
Chicken
Sizzler
patty.
puts them all together,
This
they
is
turn
back
into
when
Malibu
the
chicken.
world was awesome.
Steak and Malibu chicken at the Sizzler, and there's only one place.
$4.29. I'll take 7 of them.
Did you
Thank
say it was
you.
a miracle that we were
So
here?
hungry, I'll take 7.
Sizzler steak and lobster
So then we
chicken.
went
No,
in
steak and
here,
lobster chicken.
and then okay, here it
Steak
is. Right here.
and Malibu chicken.
Shark Crypto Tales!
Hello, Shark Clap the Tails. So we really were at the last Sizzler in Florida, and this lady had been there since it opened. Laura is her name.
Great. Did you say this is the only Sizzler in Florida?
We are the newest Sizzler in Florida. We opened in late 1991. When I started working here, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
6 around the area. I always tell people I'm kind of like a freak in this industry because we're not supposed to stay in one place this long. But here I am.
That's all.
Yeah. So, Short Cryptid Tales was saying, wow, I just got a weird one. I had an item listed for $14.99. Someone sent me an offer for $12 for I countered $12.99, and he declined my counter and then bought it for $14.99.
He
Someone was
got confused. He got confused, but oh well. That's not your problem.
They hit the wrong button or something. Who knows? They regretted it. Shopping
And
with,
you are $1.99 richer.
Shopping with Cheryl was
If I
saying going to
calculated that
Sizzler
right.
was a huge deal when
Oh,
I was a kid.
so awesome, so awesome. I don't know why I love Sizzler so much, but it just used to it meant everything. It was the alpha, it was the omega, it was the in betweener. I love me some. I have to say that when we went back to it back then, we saw the manager was just bringing out 5-gallon buckets of glump and just glumping them into the food holes. So it lost its magic at this point. But way back in the day, boy, when mom took you, it's like, and what mom was thinking, which I think is interesting. Mom's actually in the chat right here. So mom's like, she's not thinking, I'm going to take my son and surprise him with a beautiful treat of the salad bar and the steak and the Malibu, yum yum. She's like, I'm so burnt from this horrible, miserable day at work. I am not cooking for this brat. So we went to Sizzler, and I appreciate that, Mom. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. And the salad bar was like, you're like a grown-up. You're like, I'm a grown-up.
WTF was saying, do you know that Toast Hawaii,
Toast
the
Hawaii.
culinary German invention from the 70s?
Toast and ham and
Toast and ham and-
pineapple,
yeah.
Chester cheese. Chester cheese.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
What's Chester cheese? What's Chester cheese?
I don't know.
Chester drawers?
But cheese sounds good.
I'll bake that in the oven. You can bake that right down right now. I don't care what. I don't care if I'm in the
John
north or
was saying,
south.
did you already reply to John who was saying, I love the salad bar?
Yes. Well, I was saying that was one of the the best treats of it.
But you
And
have to
they
stay
did.
away from their ice milk.
So,
the ice
yes, they
cream.
did have the ice milk. So, in our town, wish my mom was here to really enjoy this story. Across the street, there's a place called the Cabana, and there's Las Vegas connection. We're actually overtime right now. So there was I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was a developer, and he developed a lot of the places. He developed Caesar's Palace, in Tahoe, Reno, maybe in Las Vegas. And so he built this thing in called Caesar. It was called the Cabana, right? Yeah, Cabana in Palo Alto, and it's where the Beatles stayed in 1964 when they came and stayed and played at Candlestick Park. They stayed at this Cabana place, and the Cabana had all the Greek gods with colored fountains, and they were, blah blah blah. Very Caesar's Palace connection. Not that great of a story, but the Beatles stayed there. Was in Palo Alto. It was across the street from Sizzler, and we bagged on the ice milk at Sizzler and went across the street to the all-you-could-eat and make Sunday bar at the Cabana. So we had it all, John. That's what I'm trying to say.
So,
And with that,
so Biff wants to know, what is Malibu about the Malibu chicken?
mayonnaise, I think, right? It's got I don't know. Yeah, what is it? It's steak, and Malibu chicken is the cheese, is the Swiss cheese on the chicken, on the grilled chicken, grilled boneless chicken breast patty. And then they had some sort of like mayonnaise on it. It was a mayonnaise situation. That's what made it. But I actually liked hibachi chicken. Malibu chicken had the mayonnaise. Hibachi chicken was just teriyaki chicken. And I think that's what I normally would get, because the Malibu chicken was a refined taste with the mayonnaise. It sounds like Milwaukee. They pour a beer on it, that'd be Milwaukee. But yeah, no, I definitely got the Malibu chicken. I mean, hibachi chicken more than I got the Malibu chicken. Can we go?
B Nudes, I'm scanning your stuff, so thanks for explaining everything as you always do.
You got it?
Well, yeah.
Can we go now?
Okay.
I'm pressing
so
the
we're gonna
button.
Go. I'm actually
I'm gonna
hungry
press it.
Talking about. all
I'm
this
pressing
food
the
now.
button.
Okay. Ladybug, if you're still there, this is for you.
And thank you so much, everybody else, for joining us. It's been a great afternoon. Really enjoyed spending time with you. Sorry we bored you with how crappy our town is. But check out that video somewhere in the chat if you want to see it. And
Thank you.
Pixker, Basket Doodle, Ryan,
Thank you to everyone
I'm saying all the names. Listen.
who was so generous today. That was such a surprise.
Holy cow, do you
So
remember the beginning of the
appreciated.
show? Josh
So
Gold,
sweet.
major win.
Everyone, thank you
I'm
so
burping.
much. Thank you to our new members.
I'm burping with gratitude.
All the new people that were here today, welcome. Thank you. We'll see you again on Wednesday.
Love you
Wow, I
guys.
feel really old.
Have a great afternoon.
Aloha.
Thanks again, guys. Thank you, really.